How strong is Terra 2 Saitama? So now last stream, I did a reaction to how strong is Terra 3 Saitama. I think somebody mentioned to me that it's like a different universe or something like that, but I honestly don't fully remember. This thumbnail is terrifying. That's terrifying, chat. I'm gonna be honest. That's kind of scary.
To Saitama. In the One Punch Man universe, Saitama is the strongest, with Saitama breaking his limiter and becoming the strongest being in existence. With Saitama's strength,
I think someone told me last stream that Terra Saitama basically is like not canon. It's not canon. So this. Oh, also it was really funny. I saw a comment last for the How Strong is Terra 3 Saitama video. And somebody was like, "Oh my God! It took a non-canon fan fiction version of Saitama to beat Goku." I thought that was hella funny.
Seemingly having no limit, as he can defeat every monster no matter what threat level with just a single punch, defeating warriors like the dominator of the universe Boros, who can rip apart the entirety of the planet's surface, and can even defeat the monster who became a god. As even though Garo reached down for God's hand, he couldn't save him from Saitama's fist. But now we finally get the answer to my question in my Saitama video. Can the creation defeat the creator? Can Saitama defeat God? In the One Punch Man fan manga.
Not gonna lie, I don't like Saitama. What's wrong with you? Oh, notice how he said fan manga. Let's go back. We're on the second. Let's go back. What'd he say?
Can Saitama defeat God? In the One Punch Man fan manga titled Battle.
It's fan-made. It takes a fan-made manga to beat Goku. You hear that, chat? Goku solo Saitama confirmed.
Of the gods, or better known as Terra 2, we finally get to see the showdown between the strongest, the human who broke his limiter, versus the god who placed it on him. Within this story, we learn that Saitama's galaxy is...
Have we actually seen what God looks like in the actual manga yet? I don't think we have, right? Like, this is a fan-made manga, right? So... I don't think this obviously counts, but do we know what God actually looks like? Because God gave Saitama his powers, but like, have we actually seen God yet? I don't be honest. Goku, Rider, Monakage. What?
One of many dimensions that are connected throughout the multiverse, with each of these dimensions being connected through black holes, with these black holes being stated to be inaccessible to any biological life form. However, there are new beings that have arisen out of nowhere that can travel through these dimensions whenever they want.
I'm pretty sure God looks like Diddy. All right, buddy. All right, enough of that. Enough of that.
With them being discovered to be higher dimensional beings, or better known as gods. With these god beings causing destruction throughout multiple galaxies within the multiverse, and one of the survivors travels to Saitama's...
Whoa, did I just see boobies?
Galaxies within the multiverse, and one...
Thank God, there's no boobies. YouTube, she's not naked.
One of the survivors travels to Saitama's Earth. She tells Saitama and the rest of the heroes that these god beings are targeting this galaxy next, but she seems to have lucked out, as this galaxy has the One Punch Man defending it, with one of these god beings using a black hole to travel throughout the multiverse and ends up in Saitama's universe, with Saitama telling her that he will be the one to kill God. Using the dimensional stone that is stated to allow biological life forms to travel throughout the stars, they arrive in the presence of God, with all of them traveling to the battlefield, and Saitama looking up. We now get to see the fight for the multiverse.
So basically what he's telling me is God in this universe looks like Slender Man. A naked Slender Man. That's crazy.
Begin. Garo and Genos jump into the fight immediately, using their abilities against God, with Garo using his martial arts, the flowing water smashing rock fist, and Genos using incineration cannon at its max power. But it does absolutely nothing. With Genos about to be hit with a head-on attack from God, he is pushed out the way by Saitama, who takes the brute force of the attack. And as Saitama's body hits the mountains in the distance, he looks up and says that this is bad. With Garo and Genos defeated, Saitama knows that he forgot to save his game before switching off the console.
No! Dude, that's like one thing. I love the comedy of One Punch Man. I can't wait for season 3 of One Punch Man, bro. It's gonna be so good. But dude, the comedy of One Punch Man is like literally elite, bro. Like, he gets pissed, bro. Like, you would think like, oh, his best friend dies, which, you know, this does happen. His best friend dies. He gets really pissed and he goes Super Saiyan, right? Nope. If he forgot to turn the stove off at his house, he's locking the hell in, bro. He's locked in.
With Saitama exploding with anger over the loss of his game progress, he attacks God head-on, with Saitama punching God so hard that he sends him flying into the air. And as Saitama jumps off to finish off the attack, God opens up his face and charges up an energy blast to fire at Saitama. And as God shoots the blast point blank at Saitama, Saitama clenches his fist and pulls out a killer move. Serious punch. With both attacks connecting, Saitama is able to cancel out his blast, and this sends a shockwave throughout the entire world. But that's when God hits Saitama so deep into the earth that he almost reaches the core, with Saitama's single punch leaving his body.
I mean, if this is the God that gave Saitama his powers, why doesn't he just strip Saitama from his powers? So I don't understand.
Mangled, and he even admits that Saitama is a powerful life form. Saitama is at the bottom of the earth, smiling that he can finally get serious. God explains that not even fourth-dimensional beings can defeat him, and across the multiverse there are other gods of even...
My brother was telling me this, and I actually didn't know this. Why doesn't God himself give him this notice about? I don't know. Dude, my brother was telling me this, and I didn't know this was a thing, but apparently there's like multiple different universes for One Punch Man, right? So I don't remember how. I'm probably gonna get cooked in the comment section when this becomes a video, but also if anybody in the comments can like educate me and the people, but there's like 3 different universes for One Punch Man, right? There's like the main one that's written by Yasuke, and then there's like 2 more, right? And apparently what my brother was telling me is that in each different version of One Punch Man, the events happen differently, right? So basically he told me in the main one that we know as Saitama fights Boros and kills Boros, and then there's another one where him and Boros actually team up and fight something. I think that's what he said. And then there's like a bunch of different like different events. For example, like instead of like, I don't know, Garu fighting Saitama, maybe they team up. That's made up. I don't know if that's true. But like basically they changed the events in each 3 of the mangas. So my brother was telling me that yes, there is the main one that the anime adapts, but basically he was telling me that he thinks that the reason that there's 3 different like versions of One Punch Man is because apparently God in the One Punch Man universe is trying to rewrite the series One Punch Man to where Saitama loses. But since Saitama is so strong, he's gonna eventually beat God and fight God. That sounds kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. Does that make any sense, chat? If that made any sense at all to the people that's watching the video, because this would be turned into a video, educate me in the comment section. That's just a theory my brother has. I don't know if it's true or not, but it sounds kind of cool. Because like at the end, One Punch, Saitama's gonna be like, oh my god, there's different universes, and God's been trying to like, I don't know, like rewrite the universe, but I need to stop him. And so he fights God. It did to me. Mason says it made no sense. Well, you know, I tried. I tried.
In higher dimensions, with power that cannot be comprehended, with God seemingly referencing another being, as he says, for him, you are all mere dust, with God going on to explain that the destruction of third-dimensional creatures is quite simple. Only one method is required to decompose all of...
Tusk had the same theory. Yeah. I mean, it sounds interesting, but I was asking my brother, I was like, but how would they even animate that? Because right now there's simultaneously 3 different versions of One Punch Man manga being published, right? There's 3 different versions of it being published actively right now. So how would the anime even animate that? Because right now they're just animating like the main version, you know, the one written and drawn by Yasuke or whatever his name is. I don't know. Sounds kind of cool though.
Organic matter. This method being the disintegration into one-dimensional matter as commanded by the gods. Judgment. And with a wave of his hand, every single being on planet Earth began to disintegrate away. With Saitama still within the Earth, he takes a deep breath and jumps to the surface, But at this time, Garo is fighting against God, with them trying to use the dimensional stone to finally put him down. However, God was able to absorb the power of the stone and then asks them,
It's literally Slender Man. It's literally Slender Man.
did you really think that a mere space-time stone could defeat a god? Things like space and time are still under my dominion. He goes on to explain that he's a higher dimensional being that controls all of space and time, with there being 5, 6, 7, or even higher dimensional spaces with even more space-time axes. Earth scientists believe that there are up to 11 dimensions in the universe. However, in the cosmic depths, in the dark recess beyond human comprehension, exists a being of even higher dimensions, capable of bending the universe and all its inhabitants. At the end of the battle,
Here we go.
Garo and everyone else was killed by God. However, arising from the earth is this galaxy's last stand. Saitama has come back to fulfill his promise to kill God. Saitama launches himself in the air and gets right in God's face. With everyone else on Earth gone, he doesn't have to hold back. So now it's time to let it all go. Killer move. Serious series. Serious punch.
How many times are you going to use that move? It didn't work the first time. I hate that name, by the way. I hate that. Can you do Aang versus Korra and Mugen? I don't have Aang versus Korra. I don't have Aang or Korra. That's a stupid name for a move. How many times is bro going to use that? Unk trippin'. I'm dancing, bro, because Divine's a rapper. He's literally a rapper, bro. Artist. Bro, leave me alone, bro. I'm not Unk, bro. Chill.
Saitama punches God so hard in the face that it makes the entire planet shake, with Saitama grabbing his head and sliding his face across the entire continent. Saitama uses even more strength as he picks up his head and throws him across the entire solar system, with God's body slamming into a planet. As God gets up from the rubble, he begins drawing in countless rare minerals from the atmosphere and puts an entire layer of armor around his body to protect himself from Saitama's punches. With God locating Saitama, he realizes that this is no ordinary being. Saitama picks up a dimensional stone, and as God goes to punch Saitama, he winds up his own. And as their punches connect, the entire planet is destroyed.
Damn.
When we see the two next, we see that...
See, that'd be like Goku if he went full power, bro. If him and Vegeta were like sparring and they went full power, just them clashing fists like this would destroy the planet and maybe even the whole solar system if they went full power.
Saitama is completely fine. However, God's body was completely eviscerated. When God regenerates his body, he sends Saitama to a fourth-dimensional space-time array where time will revert continuously, with Saitama's body reverting back to how it was before his training. However, Saitama realized that the key to getting out of this was speed. Saitama begins to run, running faster and faster until he eventually surpasses the speed of light and breaks out of the fourth-dimensional time array. When Saitama breaks out, he uses consecutive normal punches and eviscerates God's body yet again. God won't survive. Saitama...
Back in my day, leave Grandpa alone, bro. Guys, I'm not that old. This video's almost over. Let me finish the damn video. You damn hooligans.
Winds up his last punch. It's over. When Saitama's punch connects, every planet, star, galaxy, and even the entire universe get completely wiped away. And Saitama stands alone as the victor, as the mortal who defeated God. In the end, Terra 2 Saitama would scale to complex multiversal with immeasurable speed. In the end, I guess we finally got the answer to the question I made in my video. But I guess it was kind of a stupid question anyway, because the question of who would win between this mortal and a god isn't even a question at all, because no god can defeat the One Punch Man. What's up, guys?
Damn. Well, I mean, I guess he's not really One Punch Man because he didn't beat God in one punch. Sorry, that was an Unk joke. That was... What the fuck is wrong with my USB? Stop!